Hey everyone, this is Angel from Avex Gaming, and today I am going to give you my first honest impressions about the new Premium Masters Pack Pay DLC that is available now for Yakuza 7 in the Japanese PlayStation Store for only 7 yen. So, before I give you all the details of the DLC, I'm going to spit out my verdict right now. Don't buy the DLC. Despite I am having a lot of fun with the premium new game in EX Hard, which I will explain later in the video, this is a very shitty practice from Sega that needs to be pointed out. I don't care if the final price for this DLC will be just around $9 US. Please brace yourselves and make a stand as a community by not buying this, because they are essentially stripping the game from a feature that has always been around and adds a lot of replayability to the series, and sadly, it is a great improvement for Yakuza 7. This should have been from the beginning with the original release of the game, and if we buy this when the game releases in the West, we are basically giving them the ability to repeat this over and over and over for the next entries in the series. So, please don't judge me, I bought this DLC to make this video as a word of caution. And I expect some big names of the Yakuza community like Devilleon or JimmyQBalls to be very vocal about this as well. But well, now that I have ranted enough, let me explain what you get with this premium DLC as I go through each point and give you my opinion about it. First of all, and the most important thing, is that you get 3 difficulty modes for the game. You got normal, hard and EX hard available as a premium game mode. I honestly feel this is the thing that pisses me off the most, because I have now played up to chapter 6 of the EX Hard Premium Game Mode, and let me tell you, it feels a lot more engaging and is what I would have loved to have as my first run for the game. I said in my review that the game was too easy and the fights were not that engaging, and I still stand by the fact that most boss fights need more interesting mechanics in future entries of the series, but with this difficulty boost, every single fight becomes more challenging by 100%. The first time I played the game, my party members and Ichiban only died when I reached a boss fight in chapter 12, but in EX Hard I have been reviving them very frequently as early as chapter 3. Don't let that 7th level gap between you and the enemies fool you. You will get hit very hard, and the enemies have a lot more resistance to your attacks. I have equipped the best gear and weapons in the game, and this is not by any means a walk in the park, but I am really liking the challenge of the EX Hard. Boss fights still have a lot of flaws in terms of mechanics and design, but they are now a lot more engaging. You have to be more strategic and tactical in your approach, rely more on your AoE attacks, Kiwami abilities, and delivery hubs to reduce ASAP big groups of enemies, or use other abilities to inflict status effects to turn the battle to your favor. If you just try to force yourself by punching everything relentlessly, you will be overwhelmed and defeated easily. So EX Hard is probably the best thing to be added to the game, but it is a shame that it is gated behind a paywall. The second thing that has been added is the Millennium Tower Final Dungeon, which will be available for you to play once you reach the end game of your normal playthrough or in the new premium new game. I tried once in my normal difficulty file despite the level 90 warning, and let me tell you, I got destroyed in the first floor of the tower. This is insane. I will probably try to tackle it again once I finish the premium new game, but for now, this is a great challenge to have in mind. There's also a set of 9 new trophies exclusive for the DLC, which are focused on leveling your character and weapons and completing the game. Cool stuff for all the completionists out there. Talking about level caps, there is a new job rank cap that goes up to level 99. I don't know if we needed 99 levels, but there they are, giving you an increment in your stats with each level, and a big one every 5 levels. Do keep in mind that you need to level up your friendship with your friends again to unlock all your jobs at the Haruwaku job office, but you can power level that by giving them flowers that you can buy in the Yokohama Park. I think this gives a good sense of progression, but I would have loved a new ability or 2 for each job, but well, that's it. There's also a new money cap of 10 billion yen in case anyone needs that. They have included the ability to boost even further the level of your Kiwami weapons, which is absolutely necessary for the harder difficulty modes in the premium new game. But don't worry, if you start a premium new game, you won't need to fund the Ramen factory again, which is a lot of money. You will start with the upgrades from your last file. If they could only make farming money a little less tedious by increasing how much you gain in the company minigame, this would be amazing. Also, they said that there is going to be a rare item shop that you unlock only after completing the premium new game campaign, which I think is a shame and should be there from the start. I don't know anything about the contents of this store, but probably there will be a lot of rare crafting materials like gems and bugs that you only get in the arena, which are not so hard to come by, except for the ones that you can only win by playing shogi, which are very difficult to gain if you are not a shogi master. They also give you a bunch of eggs and bentos, which are useful for some fetch quests, but not essential for the campaign, so those are fine. Finally, there's a set of special costumes for each of your characters, and I have to admit that they trigger the nostalgia factor pretty badly. And I think these could be perfectly sold as a separate DLC, but they are bundling them with this pack to force those sales. At least, that's my impression. Overall, the contents of the DLC are really good, but the reasoning behind this, which is pure greed, is totally disgusting. I really hope Sega reconsiders the paywall for the premium new game and includes that and the final Millennium Tower dungeon in the Western release of the game. I would happily buy the rest of the DLC on its own, but as it is, this is going to be a hard pass for me with the English version of the game. Hope this was informative in some way. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later in the year with more Yakuza 7 guides before the Western release of the game.